look like Darren. I don't quite know what's
This is the As Yet Unnamed Podcast with Ian Barstow, Damien Lee, and Darren Antrobus.
Right, can you all do a 3, 2, 1 clap so I can get a decent time? Because marrying it
Yeah,
up.
we're gonna.
Oh, hello, Darren. I can't hear you now. Darren?
You told me to clap.
Yeah, I couldn't hear you clap. There you go, in front of the microphone, not behind it. Right, 3, 2, 1.
Let's clap.
Yeah, see, I can hear you then. Okay, don't worry, forget it. I've done my clap, it's fine. Right, are we ready, everybody?
Yep.
Cool. Starting. Evening. How are you doing?
3 men close to a midlife crisis, 3 microphones, 1 Zoom call, all lead to this. It's the As Yet Unnamed Podcast.
We're live, Damien, come on.
He's telling his wife off. Get off.
Stop ordering your wife about. I don't know.
Now, twice a week, aren't you the lucky ones? You're watching, downloading, and listening to the As Yet Unnamed Podcast.
Sleigh bells ringing, carols singing, favorite season, sleigh bells ringing.
Evening. How are you doing? Welcome along to the As Yet Unnamed Podcast Live. It is a Wednesday. We are on the correct day this week. Thanks so much for joining us. If you're watching on Facebook and YouTube, then say hello in the comments. Let us know you're there. And we will say hello to you. My name is Ian Barstow. I'm joined by Mr. Damien Lee, who is just ordering his wife around. Hello, Damien.
You just need a pen, don't you? You know when you really need a pen, you can't get a pen. So the only one who knows where a pen is your wife. Just a pen. Just one pen.
And why is it when you're doing broadcasting... Go on.
She does when I ask for a pen.
You got a choice.
Oh, well, that's funny, isn't it?
You know when you're broadcasting, you have to have a pen in your hand. I don't know what it is. You have to do it. You have to have a pen. You don't use it, but it just has to be there.
Just have to have that kind of pen effect.
Yes.
Damien, I'm married to a school teacher. Could I find any paper anywhere in the building? And I'm married to a school teacher.
Why do they do it? You know? Why do they do it?
Evening, Darren.
Evening, you're right.
Yes, nice cough. Well timed.
Yeah.
So, coming up on the show today, we are going to be doing our normal records. We've got the 3 Men and a Microphone Monday show record first, and then we've also got the Ultimate Top 5. But I want to let you know, if you are watching on Facebook Live, we are doing another live show this Friday evening from 8:30. We are recording our Christmas week special, which is a quiz show, and we've got a really special guest and a very, very funny lady, Tina Bizkits, who does quiz shows and quiz nights on Facebook and all that sort of stuff. She's very good, very cutting. I spoke to her earlier this week. I did tell her to aim in on you, Darren, I will say.
Oh, thanks very much.
Because I know that you'll enjoy being targeted.
You know I'm a bit of a snowflake, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. Which is why I said go after Darren. So yeah, 8:30 Facebook Live and also YouTube Live. We will be doing our Christmas week special. So we're going to do the whole quiz. We haven't got quiz sheets, but if you want to play along, write down the answers and we'll do all that sort of stuff. It should be a lot of fun. I think we're all going to be having a drink, aren't we? Damien, have you got wine this week?
Do you know, I haven't actually. No, I was tempted, but I think last week I looked. I listened back at the podcast. I'm slurring towards the end of the show. There's definitely a slur, so no, I'm sticking to the old cup of brewer dreams this morning.
Excellent.
So yeah.
or this evening because we've not started the record yet. But I
We haven't started
I like
yet,
the
have
fact
we?
you're in
No.
you're in that mindset. I like that.
I'm in the zone,
I
aren't
like
I?
that,
I'm
indeed.
in the zone.
So yeah, Friday evening from 8:30 or thereabouts. It'll be between 8:15 and 8:30. We'll be live, and it'll be about an hour to an hour and a half or so. But it's Friday. We can't go out if you're in tier 2 or tier 3, so you might as well come and join us and have a laugh, get a drink, and have a bit of a fun. It should be good. I'm looking forward
Bit of
to
have
it.
fun? Just one fun, or is that plural? Bit of a fun.
Lots of fun.
Right,
do
okay.
a Beach Boys fun.
Yeah, fun. I'll just point out quickly as well that I have sparkly Christmas decorations. Damien has a nice-looking Christmas tree, and Darren has a dodgy, he says, Christmas jumper or T-shirt.
No, I've got Christmas pajamas on. Let me just get up and demonstrate for the video viewers only.
I hope he has got his pyjamas on.
Oh, that's pretty cute, actually.
One of the finest Christmas songs ever written. That is, by the
It
way.
isn't it? And I've not seen the movie. Actually, they've done a movie, didn't they?
Don't bother with the movie.
Don't ruin it. It
no,
might be
don't
on the
bo-
list.
No, but listen, don't bother with the movie.
It's
got
on Darren's
nothing
top list.
It's got nothing to do with George Michael songs whatsoever. They just
No. See, I watched Last Christmas on Friday, and I really enjoyed it.
Thank you. And I haven't yet, so it's on the to-do list.
I thought it was a really good Christmas film. I really enjoyed it. And that leads us into our top 5 this week, which is the top 5 ultimate Christmas movies. I've got a feeling they may be fairly similar, because I think we've all got fairly similar taste in Christmas movies.
I think we'll
but
all have the same number one, you know.
I've got a feeling we will as well, but we will find out. Right, let's say hello to people watching at the moment that are in Facebook live chat. We've got Paul Burgess. Hello, Paul. Lynn and David Holland are there as well. We've got Colin and Bryn downstairs. Thank you for watching. We've got Anthony is there as well. Thank you so much for joining us. What?
I just realised who Bryn is.
Yes, the dog. Exactly. Who else did you think it is?
Do you know what? That doesn't matter though, because when it's all about the ratings.
Yeah, it's all about eyes on the screen. That's what it's about.
Do you know what I mean? Don't forget the YouTube listeners who we can't see on Facebook, and also the Podbean.
That's not live, but that's.
Sorry. So what are we live on now?
We are live on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube.
Right. Anyone on YouTube?
We have 2 people on YouTube, so hello to you.
Oh yeah, that's tremendous.
Yeah,
Tremendous.
you know.
YouTube is so popular.
It is.
Yeah, it's a
It
thing,
is.
yeah.
It's not the numbers, it's the quality of people watching.
That's what I used to say, but I got a rash.
So, yes, if you are watching, thank you very much. We do appreciate it. If you, should we get on with it, I think?
Yeah, can we maybe do the show? Because,
Yeah.
we're paid by the hour and it's getting on.
You keep saying that. You're not paid at all, and you know you're not.
You what?
What? Right, let's do this then. Welcome along to the As Yet Unnamed podcast live. This is recording for the Monday show.
Now, twice a week. Aren't you the lucky ones? You're watching, downloading, and listening to the As Yet Unnamed podcast. It's Monday. You need cheering up. Well, you're listening to the right show. This is 3 Men and a Microphone on the As Yet Unnamed podcast.
Hello, welcome along. It is Monday the 7th of December, which means in Radioland we can play Christmas talk over music! Yay! Yeah. I've been searching for ages for decent talk over music, and I found this one I like a lot. Hello, welcome to the podcast. My name is Ian Barstow. Thank you so much for downloading 3 Men and a Microphone on a Monday morning. A little bit of laughter and fun to ease you into the week. Hello, Damien.
I like being eased in. I've always been a kind of guy that likes being eased in. Slowly sometimes. And, I don't like to rush. I like to last.
Not what I've heard. Hello, Darren.
Hello, sorry, I'm just reeling about Damien being eased in. Sorry, I need to get that out of my head.
Damien wants that in your head. No, that sounds even worse.
No,
Anyway,
no,
right.
You went there.
Yeah,
Didn't work,
I
did
did.
it?
No,
you heard the word.
it's,
You were like a little fly to poo, and you went straight on there, didn't you? Oh,
Yes.
I'll tell a little joke with my little head. Oh.
Anyway, hello to Damien, and for the people who are watching, Damien's actually passed the audition to be in East 15.
Yeah, do you know what? It's a cross between Justin Bieber and E17. I had this hoodie.
A very old Justin Bieber. But yeah, it's
Tintin. See, when I got home from work, I like to be cosy and comfy. So I got cosy and comfy and then realised I've got to do this bloody podcast again. So, weren't going to get changed, was I really? But no, it is cosy. Nothing below, though, just a pair of black hold-ups.
Oh, so you're like a proper newsreader.
Black hold-ups, blimey. Yeah, there's a vision, if ever there wasn't one you wanted. Right, coming up on the show today, it is Monday. We give you some fun stories. We've got Damien's nice story of the week. We've got the mystery voice and all the other usual bits as well that we like to put in. We have got proper Christmas music as well. I'm just going to play you this one. So, Darren, are you playing Christmas songs on your other job?
Yes, so on the 1st of December, so whenever this goes out, this would have been whenever anyway. I can't do the maths to work it out.
6 days ago.
On the 1st of December, we did a whole hour of Christmas songs back to back with callers interaction, didn't we, Ian? It was great.
Yeah, it was. It was really good. I listened. That's like,
Nothing prepped on that at all.
No,
it was...
Where did that voice come from? I thought it rang a bell somewhere. So yes, so it is. We are in Christmas mood, and I'm going to start off. We're going to talk about this very quickly because it was announced as we record this on the Wednesday on the live show. It was announced today that that the UK is the first country in the world to give authorization for the use of the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine.
Amazing.
Which is going to be in the world. Which is going to be rolled out from next week. So as you're listening to this on Monday, from Tuesday, I believe, the first vaccines will be out and about in the wild to people that are the most vulnerable, and then it will slowly trickle down to everyone else. So really good news. I think we're going to get the Oxford vaccine approval probably in the next week or so. So that'll help. But it is pointing towards 2021. We may actually be able to get out of where we are. So that's all good.
It's the beginning of the end.
Yes, it is the beginning of the end, which is the beginning of the end of the bad stuff, and the beginning of the start of the new.
Yeah, don't try and be Winston Churchill, mate. It doesn't become you.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
We talked about it last week very briefly, and the thing is, there are some elderly people that still remember the Spanish flu. They were very young, admittedly, and they got through that. And it's been horrible, it's been awful, and it's been tragic in a lot of cases as well. But the people that haven't got sick, it's allowed us to maybe reconnect with our families, maybe be a bit closer, be a bit kinder to one another. Who'd have thought that we'd all be clapping at a door? There are things that maybe have brought people together, but I think people are slowly forgetting that. And it's, when people say, do you think life will change?
No.
I don't know. No, I don't think so. I think,
it will go back to exactly the same thing as it was before.
Darren will still be there in a nightclub.
Actually, I have a question about this whole vaccine thing. Yes, I'll be first in line if it's offered. Give it me. I want it. It's great news. But let's just go in an alternative dimension for a minute, chaps, and for everybody listening. Let's say there was no vaccine. Let's just say they couldn't find a vaccine. What would actually happen to COVID? Would it just peter out and disappear, or what would actually happen?
Eventually, it may do. I am no scientist. I'm not going to claim to be a scientist on this, but it would probably get to the point where we would have herd immunity, which is what they were talking about at the very beginning. But then that would be... say that again?
Sorry. No, nothing. Chris Whitty is a great guy.
Yeah, it would probably get to the point of herd immunity, but we would then probably have lost hundreds of thousands of people to get to that point. So that's the reason why herd immunity isn't brilliant. Anyway, so it's good news. I'm very happy. It's all good. And that's where we're going to park the COVID side of it, because by the time this goes out, we may actually have changed and what's happened. So
good news, though.
It is good news. I am happy.
Massive
and
news. Good news. I'm even more fond of that news than I am spending this evening with 3 men.
Sorry, how many?
This is the As Yet Unnamed podcast with Ian Barstow, Damien Lee, and Darren Antrobus.
You can just take me out of that, can't you?
Yeah, I should be able to just clip that out. better, so it sounds as if it was not planned at all. So, hello.
Can we do a few hellos to our watch parties? Because
Yes.
Darren normally, makes up about 20 names. I'll say hi to Bobby and Kevin and Jim Bob. Or I'll say hi to Tiny Tim. No, that's it. Who else is listening? Come on.
I'm going to say hello to my mum, Jane Barstow, who's listening at the
your mum.
moment, and
Mrs.
also Jackie as well.
Barstow.
Yes. Well,
She's
she was
such a
listening.
lovely
I don't know
woman.
if she still is. She may have got fed up and gone off Facebook, but if she wants her help with her present over Christmas, then she better start watching it. Really, to be fair. So yes, Darren,
Did you just bribe your own mother?
no,
He's
not at
even
all.
flippant with his own mother. Do you know what I mean? We do this podcast and sometimes you're hard work. Like, you're really moody sometimes. And it's like, I just want to flick your head. And you're like,
It's a bit like, if you want to see me or Bryn again, you need to watch the podcast.
You can't have that tone with your mother. If you want to stay on the pony, it's your mother. You
She has-
came out of her.
She hasn't found out when she comes round on Boxing Day for our Christmas bubble that she's going to be sat outside on the patio. Don't care if it's raining or snowing. That's where they're having their Christmas dinner. They're not coming in the house.
Go on, do your hellos, Tintin.
That's it. Hello, hello to my mum and Jackie who's watching. Darren, who have you got, please?
I've got a load of people, actually. I've got Dave Goodwin, I've got Daniel Dickin, I've also got Sue and Anthony Allard, my old mate, John Mims as well. Also, hello to Barry from Oldfield. Barry is actually currently decorating, trying to get a wasp out of his eye. Oh, sorry, that was the Ian Denter request line. Sorry. There's a website that you can go to get extra listeners and requests. It's called Random Request Generation. Have you ever heard of it?
Was that a dig at somebody there, Darren?
Please tell me that wasn't like a joke.
That
was
was a
awful.
joke.
No, I didn't
Not,
get it.
not a very successful
Oh,
one.
come on, Ian.
Didn't
Have
get
you, Ian's used it at Radio.
No.
No,
we need to move
no.
on.
We
No.
all of our requests were genuine. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I didn't like that. That was like when you go off sometimes and you do do a story about it. No, can we edit that out? That was awful.
It probably won't make the
Terrible.
edit. So I am going to start then with my story of the week, which has intrigued
I'm sorry.
me.
Do I not
What?
get any hellos? Is that it?
Well, I thought
Haven't
we'd
got
gone
any.
on. We've been
You don't
going on for
normally-
ages.
You
Go
don't
on
normally
then.
have any anyway.
Go on then. Hurry up.
I'd like to say hi to Marie. I'd like to say to Winky.
Tim
That
the
isn't a
Trucker.
name.
No, there is a Winky listening. I'd like to say hello to Malvin, Tanya. I'd like to say to lovely Sophie. Hi, Soph. Loving that. Got to say hi to Bob and got to say hello. Bob! And then say hello to Marie as well. So there you go. No, I just
Why
wanted-
is Bob funny?
Because I didn't even know I know a Bob. Who is he? How do I know a Bob? When have I ever gone in my phone and gone, Joe, I'm having a really crap day today. I'm just going to phone Bob. Who is he? Hi, Bob.
Right. Shall we move on?
I'd
Clean
love
edit.
to, actually.
Well,
Bored already.
You're the one
Bored.
that got it going. You're the other one that wanted to dump in with hellos halfway through.
Never noticed, but you're a bit ginger, aren't you?
I'm not ginger. It's the lighting.
No,
Anyway,
it's because it's the brown that's a bit thin. No.
I think he's a definite guar.
it is a bit thin. There's nothing I
It
can
is,
do
yeah.
about it. I'm not at the
Definitely.
point where I'm brave enough to shave it all off yet.
I'd say you need to just get on with it, mate. Stop fighting it.
I don't want to look like you though.
You wouldn't look like me. I could carry this off.
Or you could just be me and have the Statue of Liberty on your head. It's never changed about 1985.
That is very true. You have had that hairstyle for a long time.
Terrible.
Anyway, clean edit. So my story this week, it's one that's intrigued me, and it's been around the world, and it's got a lot of people interested, and it is these mysterious monoliths that have been spotted in the Utah desert. So basically, this metal structure appeared in the Utah desert in a pretty inaccessible place, and no one knows where it came from. No one knows why it was there, and no one knows what it was signifying. And this, of
Be like
course...
Darren on this show.
Well, yeah, that's very true. This, of course, sparked the interest of thousands and millions of people around the world, because the first thing you think of when you see these big statue monolith things that just appear is aliens. Was it aliens? Was it the first little sort of, hello, we're here, we're just going to leave this here and see what you do? Was it that? Do you reckon it was?
No.
I'd like to think there is some weird explanation to it, but it probably isn't.
I think it was the local council.
What, just wanted a bit of extra tourism?
Probably like a bit of drainage or something. They probably needed to get some drainage out. Forgot to put the orange cones around it.
Well, the thing is, it disappeared.
Bloody aliens.
It disappeared.
Sorry?
It disappeared from overnight, leaving no trace. Apparently, there was
That's weird.
There was no trace of it being dragged anywhere. There was no places of it being moved. It just vanished overnight, and there was a lot of conspiracy theories about what it was. Was it the aliens picking it up and putting it somewhere else?
Can you give us some more conspiracy theories?
Yes, there was that one. So it was aliens, and they picked it up and they took it away, and then they put it somewhere else because another one appeared in Yugoslavia. I think it was another one mysteriously appeared.
Banksy, isn't it? Banksy.
No, I don't think so. Was it a government?
Banksy.
Was it a portal to another universe that only certain people could walk through? If you're watching His Dark Materials, that would make sense. If any of you are watching that.
Sorry, just one of our lovely listeners then just mentioned that you have got a bit of a bowl patch going on. I mentioned that.
Can we go back to Banksy for a second? I know who he is.
It's not really a bowl patch, it's just the light. Sensitive, that was.
Was in the middle of a story. I know what you're like when I try and intervene in your stories.
Listen, getting back to the thing, Banksy, I know who he is.
No, you don't.
Of course you don't know who Banksy
I
is.
do.
You
Neil
don't.
Buchanan.
No, it's not Neil Buchanan.
Oh, for goodness
That's
sake.
just ridiculous. Anyway, going back to the story. So it disappeared overnight, and there was lots of sort of theories about what it was. Turns out it was park rangers who removed it, and when they did remove it, it fell apart. It was a badly made bit of art, they reckon. And they reckon it is a artist, not a Banksy, but it is an artist who has placed these there to try and get some publicity for something.
But it's in the middle of nowhere, isn't it?
It is in the middle of nowhere. It's not in a place that is easily accessible. It's about an hour's drive from the nearest big population centre.
No CCTV?
No CCTV. And it was found...
It's scary, isn't it?
It is.
Scary.
It was found by some rangers that were counting mountain sheep. And then they flew it in a helicopter, and they flew around, and there was this 12-foot monolith in the ground. I thought it was interesting.
What a job, though. Imagine that as your job.
Counting
Where
sheep.
Where you going, love? Just gonna go off and count a few more sheep. How did you get on today? 5. How was your day yesterday? 7 of them yesterday. What a great job.
It would be a good job. It'd be better than sat in this office all day.
Just
every day.
imagine losing count. You got to go over that again.
Oh, you'd be living, wouldn't you? Eh?
Yeah.
Oh. Anyway, bit of a woolly story.
Idiot.
It's Monday. You need cheering up. Well, you're listening to The Right Show. This is 3 Men and a Microphone on the As Yet Unnamed podcast.
I'd just like you to tell me who that listener was that was commenting about my hair.
I can't tell, because under GDPR we can't tell who our listeners are. They weren't being nasty. They just said, it does look like a bit of a bowl patch. That's all they said. And then followed it up with, he is a bit sensitive, isn't he? So I think it's probably a bit antagonising, to be honest, which I love. I don't condone it.
Thank you. Darren, what story have you got for us this week? No, that's right. You didn't bring one, did you?
No, actually, there's one thing I wanted to bring up. There's a couple of things I wanted to bring up. One was about takeaways. I think I've actually grown up with my diet, actually, over the past couple of weeks. We've not had a takeaway for about 3 weeks, where we always have a takeaway every weekend. Like, we have, one night, possibly 2, Friday and Saturday, we'll have a takeaway. Past couple of weeks, we've just gone, I can't be bothered. Slept really well.
You can't be bothered to get a takeaway.
Yeah.
I don't get that.
Yeah, we just didn't...
to go to the phone.
Yeah, no,
we just got to go in your kitchen.
No,
I'd understand. Can't be bothered to cook tonight. Oh, love, right? It's that time again. Is it a takeaway? Oh, I'm knackered. What do you mean?
No.
Can't move my hand to get the phone.
All we had was either a crisp butty or a little chocolate bar or something, and that was it. So we didn't bother ordering takeout in, and we slept really, really well. Woke up the next day.
What do you normally have? What's your takeaway choice?
So on a Friday, it's normally Indian.
Racist.
Yeah, and then on a what? And then on a Saturday, it's normally Chinese.
Absolute pathetic. Absolute racist. Don't like it at all.
Anyway, that was just one thing. The other thing I wanted to bring up,
didn't sit right with me. That
was Saturday. No, when is Jonathan Ross on? Is it on a Friday?
Saturday.
What did you have later on that night? Did you have a Welsh? Or do you have an Irish?
Forget
Pathetic.
that. I'm moving on from that now. The other thing I wanted to bring up was really shocking, actually. One of the Gallagher brothers was on Jonathan Ross with Matt Lucas. Did you see this?
Sorry. Oh, I know you're about to. Ah.
I didn't see this. Go on.
No. And sorry, just to go a bit to the end of that, I'd come back to that story. I apologise. That song is phenomenal. I had water in my eyes. That song,
Yeah.
His new song, which is quite Christmassy, is absolutely beautiful. But my goodness, wasn't he a bit edgy on the show?
Ian, have you got your bleep ready?
Yes, go on.
Yeah. Whatever Gallagher brother he was, I think he's Liam. Was it Liam?
Yeah, it was Liam. Yeah.
He's an absolute.
Can I just say, when you do that, can you move your mouth as well?
Oh, right, okay, I'll try again. He was an absolute.
Oh, God. Why do we do this show?
I feel like I'm on Police Academy.
What was that?
Anyway.
I actually heard
Anyway.
Matt Lucas was being very clever with him, right? He was saying stuff about Blur and
Idiots.
winding him up, and Liam Gallagher didn't really know how to take it, really, and all he could do was swear at him. And me and the wife were just going.
See, I don't like Liam Gallagher. I find him he's an arrogant idiot.
He's got a temper and he's got an attitude.
He's got a proper attitude. He's always had it. He looked about. I think I turned over for 2 seconds and saw him on there. I think he looks about 60. I don't know how old he is now. Probably mid 50s.
Listen to the song though. Right. All I was saying, I'm kind of with you a little bit. He has got a bit of an attitude, but we can't get over that Oasis did some amazing music. Have a listen to the new. And honestly, I know you, Ian, and you will listen to it and you will think that was Liam Gallagher. Really calming, and it's got a Christmas edge to it as well. It's beautiful.
Is it better than Robbie Williams' Christmas song?
100%. Honestly, I know you'll like it.
That.
And it's also for charity, mate.
Oh, I don't care if it's for charity.
Liam Gallagher's done something for charity. That's not like him.
What's your favourite takeaway?
I really don't care if it's for charity. I don't eat takeaways. I can't tell you the last time. Well, it's because I can't eat takeaways because I'm gluten free and a lot of places don't do them. But why have a takeaway when you can go to the supermarket and buy a chicken for £3.50 and have a full 2 meals on it? Why?
Yeah, well, that's foul. It's because it's chicken. It's foul. So it's like a chicken. Oh my God.
Now, twice a week, aren't you the lucky ones? You're watching, downloading, and listening to the As Yet Unnamed podcast.
Honestly, I'm going to get 30 minutes out of this content tonight. I'm not sure. Right. So, hello to Sophie, who is listening on YouTube. She knows you, Damien.
Do you know what? Me and Soph, we go back to probably to about 1987, when we used to basically. No, I know Sophie. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
And hello to Ross as well, who's also commented on YouTube as well. So thank you very much. Right, Damien, your story, please. What?
Is that it?
Yes.
Very edgy tonight.
I'm not. Darren, was I edgy before Damien came on?
Why are you doing this now when I've finished the best?
Ross, very good friend of mine. Sophie is a bit of a TikTok legend, probably with 1.75 million followers.
Is she?
Bit of a diva.
Is she?
Life.
Is she actually that famous on TikTok?
Oh, famous! Loads of videos. Loads.
Is she? Right. Okay.
Sophie needs to share our stuff.
Sophie does need to share our stuff. That's what I was just
Let's
thinking.
not check out Sophie when we're live on air. Come on. Definitely you don't check her out, Darren, you perv. I know what you're like. All right, Sophie. How's it going, Sophie?
I'm not like that at all.
Anyway, should we move? Thank you for listening, lovely, by the way. You are ace, and I do love you lots. So, okay. Are we, should we do the story?
Yes, that's how it works.
My story?
Yeah, if you want.
Just make sure it's funny this week.
I do listen to the podcast. Well, yeah, make sure it's funny. It doesn't sound like it's being read. I do listen back to the podcast, and I do sort of think I do come across quite arsey sometimes now, don't I?
Yeah. Try working with you in real life, honestly. Jeez.
Did you like that, Darren?
I love that. It's proper stab, that is.
Actually, try and look as if you've read it before you actually read it out. That one.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, here he is.
See, I print it out. See, I print it out, and then I go through and I use it as just a bit of a guide rather than read verbatim. But anyway.
Here's my prep. It's like my breakfast show.
Yeah.
You often do that with your hand. Anyway, right,
Come
it's
on.
that time of the year where the Elf on the Shelf appears, which is huge now. We've done it for... Oh, I'm sorry. All right, we've got children. All right, just because.
Oh,
you send
where
me a
did it
picture-
start? Did you ever do Elf on a Shelf when you were younger?
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
Did
your
you?
amusement
Did you
was
do
the other day
Did you do Alfred on a Shelf when you were younger?
sending me
no.
a picture of your dog ripping up a box? Bar humbug. Mine was putting something on Facebook, and my children getting all excited about the elves coming. You're Scrooge.
No one cares.
Hang on. Do you know what the Elf on a Shelf did in my radio studio this week?
What? Take a dump on your desk or something?
I don't want to be rude or anything or disrespectful to a certain number of people because we're live, but I've got two elves on a shelf, and they were both on the microphone stand, this bit of the microphone stand here, and they were,
What, part of a choir?
Nope.
Can you give me a clue, or?
I think the captain can explain a bit more.
No, I don't want that one. No, I don't want to see it.
You know when you don't know whether it's actually gone in because it's so smooth.
Was it that one?
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, Damien, carry on.
So anyway, I want to talk about Elf on the Shelf. So basically, when the kids go to bed, these elves come alive and they do little tricks. They do little things that they're not meant to do. You know about this, don't you, Darren? Right?
Yeah.
Now, some parents, okay, keep with this. You never know, you know. So some parents have gone a bit too far with what the elves do at night. So basically, the kids get up in the morning, they see what the elves have done, and they're like, "Oh, you cheeky little elf, shouldn't have done it." So for 24 days, the elves have to do different things, okay? Now, some parents have took it a little bit too far. So one lovely person in Australia decided to have a charred elf remains. Now, for the people that are live,
I like
will
that
see this
person.
in real time. I will describe this on the... So here you go. Little kid gets up in the morning. Oh, hello, Daddy. Oh, where is the elf today?
Oh, that is a brilliant, brilliant sense of humour.
That's a bad-tempered dad, that is.
So basically, to describe for the people who listen to this on a podcast, it is basically various chicken bones made into a little man with a little hat on. And it's been eaten because there's a knife and fork there.
The only thing that needed was a little bit of burning on the hat, just to make it a little bit more real.
Implying that the poor fella had been eaten. So then we move on to another one where suddenly the elf thinks he's Vidal Sassoon or Edward Scissorhands. So he decides that he's going to do the shaved hair prank.
Is that his kid's hair? How did he do that when he was asleep?
So basically, for again the people watching on listening on the podcast, basically you've got a little elf who's got hair trimmers and he's trimmed in the back of his son's head. Alf.
How's the kid staying asleep? He's been dosed up on Calpol, he has.
Unbelievable. I tell you, not the Calpol. No. There's another one as well. This is a bit of a nasty one. So basically, someone decided they'd have fun by putting a load of Christmas bows in a bag and writing a little note on the bag.
Christmas is cancelled for now.
Basically stating that Christmas is cancelled. There's another one as well, which is, again, we've got another charred elf. This one, unfortunately, got stuck in the oven.
Oh, dear. These parents are really annoyed, aren't they?
It's not on, is it?
It is. It is because when did it start? A genuine question. I had never heard of Elf on a Shelf before until I started working with people that have got children. So, did you ever do it, Damien? Did you ever have Elf on the Shelf when you were younger?
No, I didn't. To be honest, I think. Do you know? We probably started it. Maybe 5 years ago, something like that. But it wasn't a thing. No, I mean, I of course, many Christmases, I remember waking up to a bit of coal. A bit of... No, not going with me on this one.
Bit of coal.
Have you got any like our tune music?
No.
Nothing. No. No, I think it's fairly new. I think it's like probably come from America, hasn't it? Let's be honest. Because
Probably,
Santa Claus, where did the colour red come from?
It didn't. Before you say it, it didn't come from Coca-Cola.
Did it not?
No, it didn't. And I believe this for years. I believe for years that it came from Coca-Cola. It didn't.
I've actually said this on air as well.
Yeah,
because he had a green coat, didn't he?
It's not true. A red Santa came from Victorian England era as well. So it isn't Coca-Cola. But I thought that for years as well. I thought that.
I think Coca-Cola have tried to claim that, though, haven't they?
Yes, probably. And I have seen the Coca-Cola Christmas advert this year already, which means it is Christmas. Holidays are coming. And the kid in that is probably about 45 now, just to make you all feel very old.
Wow.
Yes. Is that your story, Damien?
Yeah, so unfortunately, just give it some mind and some thoughtfulness if you are a parent. Maybe not do. There was one I couldn't show you as well.
Oh, go on. Go on. It's fine.
No.
Come on.
Come off it now.
No. What was it? Describe
was
it to
it
me.
rude?
It was filthy.
What was it?
There was squirty cream involved.
Is this the photograph where he's having fun and games with Barbie?
No, the Alf was on the ceiling, spread out.
Do you think there's a porn version of Toy Story?
Let's move on.
No, there's got to be, hasn't there? Because there is always a porn version of every single type of film. So if you've got, I don't know, Top Gun, there'll be a porn version of that. If you've got Guardians of the Galaxy, there'll be some version of that. Do you think there is a porn version of Toy Story? Because with a name like Woody, it just leaves itself open.
And you wouldn't need to change the name, would you? You know, the real Toy Story.
Yeah. You could have Mrs. Vibrator. You could have.
He gets offended easy, doesn't he?
He does.
Oh, bless
him. And I'll put a jingle in there when I do the edit. Right, thank you.
Anyway, can I just bring something up live, by the way? Can I say hello to Tim Beach, who is a BBC Radio manager friend of mine, by the way? So let's polish our act up a little bit. What's he got?
You been to Poundland?
Very dare you. That was a very expensive toy, actually.
No,
I was sent that by a lovely listener, Veronica.
B&M bargains.
Yeah, B&M that.
Yeah. Right. Thank you very much to everyone that's watching. At the moment, all the usual people on Facebook, thank you very much for joining us as ever. No Dunk this evening, which is disappointing. I wonder where he is. Hope he's all right. And I think we are about ready, Damien, for your final story, if you can.
Oh, we're not doing a mystery voice?
Oh, God, yeah. Thank you. Well remembered. Anthony's
Sorry, it's all right. The producer just turned around and was like, any chance? Does he know the running order of the show?
I do. I've got it printed out as well. Anthony's just said Buzz Lightsaber the Vibrator as a Toy Story porn name.
I'll tell you what, Allard, I expected better from you.
That would be quite good. Right, yes, let's do the mystery voice. So it is time for this week's Mystery Voice. We are carrying on. We are on week... I think we're on about week 4 for this. It is not Sharon Stone, Madonna, Gillian Anderson, Mariah Carey, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Meghan Markle, Rihanna or Charlize Theron. It is none of them. I gave you a clue last week of monsters. That was my clue. Monsters. So let's play the Mystery Voice. Who is this?
It took no convincing on my part. I mean...
And again, who is this?
It took no convincing on my part. I mean...
The clue is monsters. Do you know who that is? So, Damien, do you know who this is?
It took no convincing on my part. I mean...
Go on then. Who is that?
That is a very famous woman with blue hair. That was Marge Simpson.
You're not even taking this seriously now, are you?
What do you mean?
You need to take it seriously because I tend to win at these all the time. So
okay, all right. So
please
you're
take it seriously.
You're gonna let me have another go.
Okay. So who is this, Damien?
It took no convincing on my part. I mean...
go to Darren first.
No.
Darren, who was that? Can I have your guess, please?
Is it the gorgeous, the very talented, the very sexy Katy Perry?
So, Damien, have you got a proper guess?
I'm going to go for Jennifer Lopez.
So, we have Marge Simpson. I'll cross that one off because that's just stupid. And Jennifer Lopez and Katy Perry. Is this any of them?
It took no convincing on my part. I mean,
No, it's not. You're both rubbish. Honestly, it is none of them.
You gave us 2 guesses last week. Can we have 2 this week?
No, because I think we will. I will give you a really easy clue so that we can round this off on next week's final proper show.
I'm left with my last guess now. Anyway,
Right,
I
okay.
had a list.
You had a list, right? Okay. So my clue to you for this is. I should have thought of this before, and I'm trying to think of a clue very quickly. Las Vegas residency. There you go.
Yeah, I know who that is.
Las Vegas residency.
Yeah, I've got that.
So, if you think you know who that is, email the show asyetUnnamedPodcast@gmail.com. asyetUnnamedPodcast@gmail.com. If you are the first person to get the correct answer, when these 2 people finally decide and find out who it is, we will send you one of these for those watching the video. It is a As Yet Unnamed Podcast badge, which both of you have gotten and you've still not put any information on social media about. But anyway, it's fine. Let's not get tied up on that. And you can win a badge, and I will send it out to you in time for Christmas, hopefully. There's no guarantees of that. More Mystery Voice next week.
This is the As Yet Unnamed Podcast with Ian Barstow, Damien Lee, and Darren Antrobus.
Damien, Anthony would just like me to tell you that there are 2 Anthonys watching, and he would like to be known by ALK, not Allard. There are 2 Anthonys, so it's a different person.
Right. Okay. Consider me berated, Anthony, and I am very, very, very sorry.
Thank you.
I'm very sorry.
He just wanted me to make you aware of that. Right.
No,
are you ready for your final story?
No, because I can't find it, actually. It's a bit awkward. So, I mean, have a fill for a minute, edit it out. Just have a little fill between yourselves.
Okay.
While I find it.
Okay.
Did you, yeah, well,
great.
I feel, yeah. Did you know that Anthony ALK is actually a singer, dancer, ex-radio presenter? He plays in a band, sings in a choir, and he's a Sky salesman.
Has he got a good voice?
He has got a very good voice, yes.
And what type of music does he do?
Showpieces, like very kind of like, this is me. Huh.
What, show tunes?
Yeah, very, yeah.
Show
very,
tunes, proper as in theatre show tunes?
Yeah, all that kind of stuff, yeah.
I think Anthony should email in one of his recordings to the As Yet Unnamed Podcast@gmail.com so we can listen.
Yeah, we may even play it if it's any good.
We'll have to do very short clips because we'll get done for copyright, but we can try.
Yeah.
We can try.
He's very, very talented, and he's really good at selling Sky as well. Tried it on me, nearly won me over, but I said no.
I should have got him when I was renewing my contract. I could have got a better deal. Just to let you know, as if you've only just joined us, we are live again on Friday evening, this coming Friday, the 4th of December, from 8:30, as we record our Christmas week special. So, in the run-up to Christmas, we have got 2 more live Wednesday shows after this one. So next week and the week after. The week after is our final live show of the year because we all need a break. Thank God. So over Christmas, we have got our Christmas quiz special. We've got our best of, which Daz sent me over today and is very funny and very good. That will be going out in New Year's week. And then we're going to do a end of the year review for the first week of January, and then we are back with our live shows on the first Wednesday in January, and we are going to be doing 52 of those next year.
No, we're not.
Sorry.
Yeah, none of us are allowed holidays.
Right. Yeah.
If you do go on holiday, we're going to have to pre-record all of the episodes for when you're going to be on holiday, or you have to find a special guest.
Or
Do we get to?
we do it from holiday.
Oh, you could do.
I mean, do we get to see like our contracts or?
No, it is part of that. You accepted that when you agreed to do the show.
Good.
Are you ready now, Damien?
I am. Yeah, that was a good fill, boys.
Thank you.
Actually, thank you very much. You filled me right inside.
And Anthony just wants to say he's not an engineer. He's not a salesman. He's an engineer.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean, Anthony? Love you listening. Okay, can't keep stopping. All right, lovely guy, but enough now. I know who you are. I know you work for Sky. We love you. What are you wearing, Anthony? Tell us that. That's what I want to know.
Don't send pictures. Right, Damien, are you ready?
Yeah, I wanted to do a bit of an uplifting story to end the show. Cue the music.
Thank you. It is time, as we approach the end of the show, for Damien's feel-good story.
Now, this week, it's all about a mum who felt like everything was going against her. She had her luck turned around by a random act of kindness. And these little random acts of kindness is what's kind of got a lot of people through lockdown, and has made us all feel a bit better when you get one sometimes. Like Ian, when he sends you a badge in the post. Seriously, it was a nice thing to do. Now, Jen Willis had been struggling after recently separating from her husband, living with multiple sclerosis and working full-time as well. She has also got 2 children, one of which is very poorly, so she's generally just having a rubbish time. Now, she needed to get her own car quickly, so that she'd be able to get around, go and see her loved ones, and take her little one out who's really poorly to the seaside, etc. Now, she found an advert for a car, and she decided to ring the owner, who told her that someone had already arranged to inspect it. Now, feeling absolutely desperate, Jennifer from Australia offered the deposit without even seeing the car to make sure she didn't miss out. Now, firstly, would any of you do that?
No. Wouldn't buy a car without seeing it.
Now, she told this person on the phone about her story, about her child that was poorly, about her husband that it wasn't particularly well either. And she just took a bit of a chance. So she told him all about the story, and she had that sense. She had that sixth sense that he was a good person. And she felt like she just had to trust her instincts. So the seller agreed, and Jennifer went to pick up the vehicle. As she went to drive away, she pulled down the sun visor, and a little envelope fell out. And she sort of thought, well, is it the previous owner? Has he left it in there by mistake? And she was left absolutely stunned by the written note that had fallen out. It read, "This is a random act of kindness. Please use this to spoil your family in a way that makes you feel happy. Just felt in my heart to do it for you in what sounded like a challenging time for you." Inside the envelope were 3 £500 notes, which is amazing. She said she was going to take the money and the boys and was going to go on a really nice holiday. And just to show you the picture, that is the little letter there. And you can see can you see the notes inside that as well? So it's basically just a little thing like that. He obviously thought she was down on her luck and decided to put a bit of money in there. If you turn this into something seedy or nasty, it's the last time I do one of these stories, because that is a random act of kindness, and it's very nice. And also, apparently, she was wearing a very short skirt. I don't know what that bit meant.
Talk about a waste of money.
Oh, I'm sorry, because if it was a man in a pair of denim shorts, you'd be right up there, you dirty bastard.
Spend it on yourself. This random acts of kindness rubbish.
Do you know what? Next week, before you come on this show, get yourself, go and run round the block, or go and do something.
I'm sorry, guys. There's me stifling a laugh, and I'm waiting for his clean edit, but I give up.
God.
It works for Clarkson, May and Hammond. We're not quite sure it works for Antrobus, Lee and Barstow, but they're doing it anyway. You're listening to the As Yet Unnamed podcast.
And that is it for this Monday episode of the As Yet Unnamed podcast. 3 men and a microphone. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you, Darren.
Thank you very much, Ian. Thank you for having me. It's been an absolute chore. Thank you.
Yeah. We only just about tolerate you, to be fair. Thank you, Damien.
Do you know what? Thank you for tonight. I feel like we've come a long way. Clean edit. Should we do that again? Because I know it goes out in the morning. Should we do that again?
No, it's fine. It's all right.
You sure?
Yeah, we will. Okay.
Yeah, let's do a clean edit on that one.
It was going really well. You messed that one up, didn't you?
Yeah, so I did. I even forgot my name at one point. I thought it was Damien Daniel, isn't it? Jeez, what's in my tea?
That might just stay in the edit. That's it for the Monday episode of the As Yet Unnamed podcast and the 3 Men and a Microphone. Thank you, Darren, for your company today.
Thank you very much. Always a chore, never a pleasure.
We only just about tolerate you. Thank you, Damien.
Yes, thank you very much. This is why I get up at this ridiculous time on a Monday morning to do this show in my pants. And do you know what? I've enjoyed this, and especially doing it next to a very, very hairy bowl man.
Which one's that?
Darren.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh, don't be like... Do you know
Whatever.
what? One listener commented on you having a bit of an hair loss, and now you're a bowl man. She said you were losing your hair, man, not that you were bald. I'm sick of it. Put some shoe polish on it, man.
Put shoe polish on your... Oh, no. Actually. Right, thank you very much for listening for the last 30 minutes or so. We are back again on Friday morning with the Ultimate Top 5. And as it is almost Christmas, we are doing our Ultimate Top 5 Christmas films of all time. I am looking forward to that. I've got a feeling we will be very similar on our picks, but we will find out on Friday. Until then, look after yourselves, stay safe, follow the rules, get drunk because it's almost Christmas, and we can then eat what we want for 2 weeks because I finish work in 7 days' time. Woohoo! Bye for now.
The TikTok. It's Monday. You need cheering up. Well, you're listening to the right show. This is 3 Men and a Microphone on the As Yet Unnamed podcast.
And that is done. Darren, when do you finish your... Are you on over Christmas on your other
I am
job?
indeed. I'm on air till the 23rd and back on again on the 4th.
Okay, so you have got some time off then.
Just got a full week.
Okay. Damien, you?
I finished Christmas Eve, actually. I'm having Christmas off this year, which would be nice. So, yeah, the staff are working, obviously, aren't they? Keeping it churning, keeping it going.
With their one bit of coal on the fire? No more than one bit of coal on that fire.
Please, sir, it's Christmas Day. Can we finish? No, because temps still need to go out. Get yourself on the phone, dial and smile. But no one's going to answer on
Oh,
Christmas
you don't
Day.
do the dial and smile, do you?
What do you mean? Dial, smile, get yourself on them phones.
Do you do the why?
Don't even go there.
No.
Ian.
What is
No
it?
idea.
What is it? It's when, where, why, which, how. Go on, say it.
How, which, where, when.
No, when, where, why, which, and how.
Yeah, I know what it is because it's on all of my walls.
I've never been in telesales, so I don't know what you're on about.
How dare you? It's telemarketing.
Yes, it's not telesales, it's telemarketing.
Oh,
And we don't do general public telemarketing. It's business to business only.
exactly.
As
And
we-
that's what I tell my recruiters.
Yes. Right. Some quick hellos. Hello to David Holland, who's just said, "Finish working. You never work in any case. Whatever. Do a better job than you used to do in that job, mate.
He
I
says
tell
he
you.
works from home. Yeah.
I sit at this desk for 8 hours every day, non-stop. I might not work, but I sit here and I have my PC on.
I've known you for many years. I still don't know what you do. Like you've explained it. I
am an implementation specialist for sexual health software. So you've probably used our software when you've gone into the clinic, Damien.
I remember because I went travelling for a year, and
You caught everything, yeah.
no, well, the thing is, I did go to a couple of clinics, and my friend at home was looking after my finances, and he phoned me the one day, and he said, "Why do you keep getting these letters from the clinics all the time? How do you explain that? Seriously, what do you do?" And he was like, "Can you just please roll on?" I don't even know what that meant. What's he on about?
Cover up and protect yourself.
Exactly, you know.
So yes, that's what
If
I
it's
do.
a sweet, put a wrapper on it. Very true.
If it's like
Very
toffee,
true.
get it checked out. Anyway,
my granddad used to say, actually, because there was a stop on like the Birmingham train, and he used to say to my nan when they were being rude, he used to say, "Oh, love, I forgot to get off at Barnt Green," which meant he went all the way to Birmingham.
that's a really good saying.
You like that?
Yeah. How long have we got before we do the second part, by the way?
Why?
Probably very soon after those sexual connotations.
Yeah.
I
Why?
just want to go check on my daughter. It sounds like she's got bronchial pneumonia or something in the other room.
Okay, off you pop.
I'll be back in a sec.
Oh no, Darren! We had the crack then, thank you.
Oh dear. Oh.
That's more than you
Should we
wanted
get
to
rid
see.
of it? Just get rid of the square now. Get rid of him. Put him off.
So yeah, who asked? I saw a comment come up. Anthony said, "Can you stick the dates on the Facebook page?" We can do. Just to let you, I'll go over them again quickly as we now need to fill for Darren. We are doing a live show next Wednesday and the following Wednesday. So we are live on Facebook. Let me just bring up the calendar. Wednesday the 9th and Wednesday the 16th is our last live shows of the year. We are then taking a break off until the start of January. We are live again on Friday for our quiz show. Don't miss out on that one. And then we've got some special shows planned across the Christmas week as well. So if you are listening to the podcast itself, which of course you are, and you are downloading, then we will still be there on your
Right.
podcast feed.
What's up with you two?
It's just when you stood up, your bottoms weren't quite covered.
Yeah, they were.
No, they weren't.
Yes, they were.
It's like a gaping hole. Oh, God, that sounded wrong.
Steady now, Ian.
Gaping hole.
Shall I move on? Damien, do you want to look at the camera rather than your phone?
I can't at the moment actually because I'm just clicking on to.
The top 5 Christmas films of all time.
Yeah.
I love the preparedness of them. I've got them all typed out. Look at that. All of that information there.
Deary me.
Anyway, right, let's do this. This is the As Yet Unnamed podcast. Thank you so much for watching us every Wednesday. It is much appreciated. Right, let's do the Ultimate Top 5.
Now, twice a week. Aren't you the lucky ones? You're watching, downloading, and listening to the As Yet Unnamed podcast. It's Friday. The weekend is almost here. So sit back and join Ian, Damien, and Darren for the ultimate Top 5 Lists show. It's the As Yet Unnamed podcast Top 5.
Hello, it is the end of the week. We are closer to our Christmas holidays. Welcome to the ultimate top 5 from the As Yet Unnamed podcast.
Why is Darren pretending he's got boobies?
I don't know. Go on,
Are you
hello.
using Wham in the background here?
No, this is
Very similar.
a non-generic version of the Wham
Last
signal.
Christmas.
Yes,
Right.
definitely a non-generic,
Do you know
copyright
what? I'm gonna
safe
be-
version.
I'm going to be one of the first people to say this, but do you know what? Merry Christmas, Ian.
Thank you. Merry Christmas, Damien, and Merry Christmas, Darren.
Thank you.
Oh, isn't that nice? I spent a long time on these getting this music, and hopefully we'll still be around next year to use it again.
It's a nice thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It's nice hearing Christmas music for the first time, and then by the time it comes around to the 15th time of hearing it, you're like, oh.
This is how I normally feel most evenings, where I flick over to the 15-minute freeview.
Again, no
It's
one
basically-
cares about the 15-minute freeview. You are obsessed. Do they still do them?
It's like a softer version of porn, and then after that, it goes right in.
Ever used to watch it and just wonder how far they'd go before it just went all fuzzy?
No, because it used to get to the scramble bit, and it get me really frustrated, if you know what I mean.
I was going to say.
No
does your
finishing that one.
Does your imagination go off the scale then?
Damien, you know there is a thing called the internet?
Well, I didn't know that when I was younger, did I?
You can find whatever you want.
Yeah, I've noticed that, honestly.
Yeah. Anyway, how did we get onto this? Hello, welcome to the podcast. This is the Ultimate Top 5, and it is the Christmas countdown. So we are doing the Ultimate Top 5 Christmas movies. If you want to get in contact with the show, you can do. Email asyetUnnamedPodcast@gmail.com. asyetUnnamedPodcast@gmail.com. And if you suggest a top 5 that we use, then we will send you a badge, just as has been done this week. So we're always going to do Christmas movies because, you know, this is what we do on our top 5s. But Anthony Longdon Kirk did email in and say, why don't you do a Christmas movies top 5? So, Anthony, I have great pleasure in telling you that you will be getting one of these badges very soon. I will contact you for your address details. Congratulations. It does happen. I do send them out to people if you suggest a top 5. So we are doing our ultimate Christmas films. So, Darren, let me just get rid of this music. Bear with me. Slightly dodgy, a little bit of an edit there, Ian. Right.
It's Friday.
Oh.
The weekend.
Hello, didn't want that one. That went well.
Oh, you're slick.
Clean
I
edit.
tell you what, do you know what? That's why he's at the helm of this. Straight in there. Oh.
Clean edit. So our ultimate top 5 this week is Christmas movies. In no particular order. Darren, please, the name of your Christmas movies.
Okay, in no particular order, as you say, I have Christmas with the Cranks. I've got Scrooged, Christmas Chronicles, Santa Claus Part 1, and National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Oh, we could have just had this predictable, couldn't we?
Damien, your top 5, please, in no particular order.
No particular order for my top 5 ever are Love Actually, The Holiday, Scrooged, Muppets Christmas Carol, and Polar Express.
Oh, you've got one of my worst ones in there.
Oh my God, good Lord.
What, like all 5? Near enough.
What?
Sorry about that. Just had a photo then.
Yeah.
There you go.
Private photo.
Blimey.
My ultimate
Get
top
a bit,
5 my ultimate top 5 Christmas films in no particular order are as follows: Miracle on 34th Street, Scrooged, Arthur Christmas, Gremlins, and Home Alone are my ultimate ones. So let's start, shall we? I will spin the wheel of decision on my iPad, and picking number 5 is Damien.
Okay, all right. Straight away.
Yes, now please.
Okay, all right. So, my number 5. Don't be like that. Do you know what I mean?
Have you been distracted by whatever picture you were just sent?
It did make me a bit flustered, I won't lie to you.
Is that off the wife? Because she sent me one as well.
Are we all swinging now again? Seriously, I told you about that. Open in all ways.
Thank you, Mrs. Lee.
Right, okay, so The Polar Express. It's a 2004 animated, computer-animated film, co-written and directed by Robert Zemeckis, and it's based on the 1985 children's book of the same name. Now, the film features human characters, and they're animated, basically, using live-action motion capture animation, and it was actually with Tom Hanks. Now, have you guys seen this film?
Yes, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So the little boy joins several other children as they embark on a journey to visit Santa in the North Pole. And along the way, it's all about a little bell and believing. It's really cute. It was made for $165 million. It made $313, and it's actually gone on to spin off its own versions, which I actually went on a few years ago. So you could actually go to Birmingham. Other places are available, but we're in the Midlands. You could go to Birmingham, get on the train, and they'd have little dancers on there doing the hot chocolate, and little actors, and then Santa. All right.
It's...
I mean, what was that?
God, what is that noise?
I mean, what was that?
What is that noise, Darren? Are you sure you were all right there?
I don't get it. I mean, he's done it again, hasn't he? Are you laughing at me hot chocolate?
Yes.
Hot chocolate. Anyway, Polar Express is my number 5. It was really good.
Are you back in the room, Darren? Back in the room.
Dear God, hot chocolate. I'll never drink that again.
I don't like that film. I think it's a very spectacular looking film. I just don't like the story of it. Oh, honestly. I'm not carrying on now because I can't say stuff if you're going to start laughing in the background all the time. Are you ready?
Yes, good. Just do it.
Okay.
God, hot chocolate. Dear God.
I feel a bit awkward, to be honest. Now, I just don't quite know.
It is like looking at someone having a mental breakdown, isn't it?
Yeah,
really?
I just don't know how I feel about any of this at the moment. To be honest.
Darren, breathe. Are you ready?
Yes, carry on.
Okay, thank you. So,
Yes.
yeah, it's not my. I don't like the film. I'm afraid. I think it looks very good. I just don't like the story of it. And it's got that weird thing where the people don't look. I know they're animated, but they don't. They look oddly human, but not quite human. It just looks a bit weird to me. So
what I like about the film is you try and go through the characters and the voice. You go, that's Tom Hanks. No, that's Tom
Well, he
Hanks.
did play most of them, didn't he? Did he play about 90% of the characters in that film are Tom Hanks, I believe? Great. Good response. Right. Damien, I was...
Oh dear.
Chocolate.
Behave yourself. Are we doing our yays and nays?
Yeah,
I don't know, because we haven't really had a response back. But anyway, I'll try and edit that. So, clean edit. Darren, is it a yay or a nay?
It was going to be a nay because it's a bit of a wishy-washy like film, like a nothing film.
I'm sorry,
But-
Barry Norman.
But just for the hot chocolate, it's going to be a yay now.
Yeah, it's a no for me. I'm sorry, Damien. I just don't like that film. I know it is loved. I work with someone who her kids adore that film and they watch it every year religiously. It's just, for me, it's a no in the top 5. I'm
Get
afraid.
ready with the button. Get ready with the button. Do you know what? That is one thing. I would actually just say, I don't know why I do it, because you two are an absolute pair of...
That was a big one.
Yeah.
One more.
There's no need for it, honestly. Right, let's spin the wheel for number 4. Can you tell we need a break? Right, picking the 4th film, Christmas film in our ultimate top 5 is
bread.
me.
It's going really stale.
It's only around for another 2 weeks. Don't worry about it.
Dear.
We've only got another 2 shows. So my number 4 ultimate Christmas film is starring Mr. Bill Murray as a very cynical television executive. It is a reworking of the classic Dickens story of The Christmas Carol, and it is Scrooged. So he
good.
plays a
Yeah,
producer.
amazing.
So good.
He's producing a live TV special where he's visited by 3 ghosts. It is the same story. It's just worked in a really good, funny, dark way. With a very good Christmassy, cheesy ending to it, where it just ends with everybody being happy. I just think it is a brilliant version of the Christmas Carol story. And Bill Murray, it was when Bill Murray was in his heyday, along with Groundhog Day and stuff like that. It's just very good film.
Gotta say, only Bill Murray can carry off that kind of really dry, kind of straight comedy performance. Only he could do that.
Yeah, and also he's very good at being rather zany, a mad zany character. But yeah, I just really like it, and it is scary. It's a proper dark film, particularly the last ghost that attends, the ghost of Christmas
and the shots in the
future.
head and the mice coming out of
Yes,
them
and when they open the coat and it's got all the bodies and the skulls and all that inside of it. Really, really dark. So yeah, that is my number 4. And I think it is a film. Whenever it is on, I will definitely watch it. So is it a yay or a nay, please?
Didn't it flop?
No, it was quite successful, I believe. It is one of those. It probably wasn't a massive film when it first came out, but it's one of those that's built up and got more and more following as everything goes on.
I might be wrong with this. I think it was produced and directed by Harold Ramis, who was in Ghostbusters, who was Bill Murray's best mate at the time.
Harold Ramis?
I think so.
You're not there, Ian.
Sorry, I'm just going because both of you have just gone really bad quality. So I'm just double checking that we are still actually on. So
I'm all right this end.
If you bear with me, we're all right your end.
We're all right at the back end.
Okay, that's good. Right, okay, that's fine.
All right at the back.
You just went really. The stream just went really dodgy then. So apologies for that. So Damien, is that a yay or a nay, please?
I'm going to go for that one, a definite yay, because I love it. It's a fantastic film. And the little number at the end with the Christmas and everything. Anything that Bill Murray does, he just cracks me up. He really does.
Darren.
It's a yay.
Good.
Yay.
A successful one. That is good. Right. Picking our number 3 in the Ultimate Top 5 Christmas films is... Damien. Sorry, Darren.
No.
Damien, you're number 3. Yes, again.
Okie dokie. Now, I think you'll like this one. It's a film that I hadn't seen for ages. And then I saw it recently again on ITV2. They do their really kind of, their random movies. And this was last Christmas. And it was on at a stupid time. It was on like in the afternoon on the build up to Christmas. But it doesn't age, and it looks really well for the year it was made. So it was made in 2006. It's a romantic comedy, and it was written, produced, and directed by Nancy Meyers. It was filmed in California and England, and it stars Kate Winslet and Cameron Diaz as Iris and Amanda, 2 lovelorn women from opposite sides of the Atlantic Ocean, who arrange a home exchange to escape heartbreak during the Christmas and holiday season. Jude Law and Jack Black were cast as the film leading men, and it's very cute. It's very romantic. It was released in 2006. It grossed over 205 million against a budget of 85 million, and critics praised it for the visual designs, the cast performances, and the fact that it is a bit timeless. And it's called The Holiday. And it actually has a cameo from Dustin Hoffman, who suddenly appears in a Blockbuster. Remember that in Blockbuster when you used to go and get a video?
Yes, I don't know. I don't remember that film at all.
Do you know what? Watch that with Dave. It's such a hello, Cole. Have a watch of it. It's cute. It's lovely, and it doesn't age. Jude Law looks pretty hunky, and Cameron Diaz.
That's a really odd noise. No, I don't. Have you seen that, Damon?
Yes.
Are you still with us, by the way?
It's. I don't like the film. It's a rubbish Christmas film. It's weak. It's whimsical. There's none of the true Christmas comedy film formula in there. It's just it's one for the girls, and I'm not into girls' films anyway. So
that's a very sexist comment.
You're more into. Blinking. Oh, I can't. Spin the wheel, Ian. I don't know what's going to be. A yay or an A, Ian, for...
I have never seen it, so unfortunately, it's going to have to be a nay for me.
Can you watch it, please?
I will try. I will see if I can find it.
Can you ask me my yay or nay, please?
Darren, your yay or nay?
With great pleasure. It's a nay.
What was all that about?
It's Friday. The weekend is almost here. So sit back and join Ian, Damien, and Darren for the ultimate Top 5 Lists show. It's the As Yet Unnamed Podcast Top 5.
It's a real shame we're dropping this because I really like that trailer, that jingle.
I thought we didn't decide if we're dropping it or not.
Yeah, it's gone.
After today's episode and the fact that none of you are in it, or Darren, you're almost falling asleep then halfway through that.
It's just it's the film. The film makes you go to sleep. It's
I
the
know, but
holiday.
you were sat there like,
It's not
Exactly,
going to be.
I mean,
It's
oh.
not going to be dropped. It's just going to be another version of 3 Men and a Microphone with this item included in it.
very quickly at the end.
Yes.
We will have precisely the length of the talk over music, 1 minute 53. Right, spin-in number 2 in our Ultimate Top 5 Christmas films is Darren. Good luck, everybody.
Oh, hello. Yes. What number are we on, by the way?
Number 2.
Number 2. For me, this is a new version of a Christmas film, a traditional Christmas story that's been told many, many times, but a bit like the Scrooge thing, it's been given a modern-day twist. It's a new version of a traditional film. The actor that plays Santa has given Santa a really cool edge. Really cool edge. A new version of Santa, actually. A very down with the modern-day life of Santa as well. Do you know where I'm going with this, chaps?
No idea.
Exclusively to Netflix, by the way. They've only just released part 2, but I'm referring to part 1, by the way, because it is a brilliant, brilliant film. It is Christmas Chronicles with Kurt Russell, who plays Santa, a very cool Santa who says, I don't say ho, 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 it's a myth. And they go, oh, you don't look like Santa because you're not big, fat slob. And them are the words in the film. And Kurt Russell turns around and says, I look after myself now. You know, it's a proper modern day Santa that people can
at number
relate
2,
to.
though. At number 2.
Yeah.
Out of all of the classic Christmas films, all of the ones, even the ones we haven't mentioned in our Ultimate Top 5 so far, or in our picks that we've had, A Wonderful Life, A White Christmas, Elf. No one mentioned Elf, I'm surprised. All of these classic Christmas films.
Because this Christmas film is already overtaking all of those.
But you're number 2.
It is my number 2. It's my number 2.
But it's now our number 2.
So that's the way it goes, isn't it?
I enjoyed watching it. I thought it wasn't a bad film for a Netflix Christmas film.
Do you think?
But it's not the second best Christmas film of all time.
It's a great Christmas film.
But it's not the second best Christmas
film
film of all time.
It made my number 2. And we watch it through the year, not just at Christmas. It's a great film.
I think it reminds me of a number 2.
Have you seen
That's
it,
harsh.
Damien? Have you watched it?
I didn't even hear what you said. Christmas Chronicles, weren't it?
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to the dying deaths of the Ultimate Top 5 on the As Yet Unnamed podcast.
I'll be honest with you, I can't wait for it. We've axed this. Just to put it out there, this show's gone. We've decided it for several weeks, and the only person...
Did that... Oh, my God.
Oh, slobbered then.
Me mic fell off.
Two more weeks, mate. 2 more weeks. That's all we've got. Then we've got a
No,
break.
because do you know what? I love the first show, but it's hard work.
We haven't lost any viewers, though. I tell you that.
And do you know what? What I like about this is every week, just so people know, when this show ends, we have a little production meeting. And every week, Ian and I are trying to wax this show. We're going, it's just not working. It's just not great. And you've got him down there. Yeah, but come on, guys, just one more week. Maybe we can try like the top 10 80s films. No, we've done that. What about the top 80s Claws? No, we've done that. Oh, what about the... No. I'll give you 80s in a minute, son. So this show in this format is over.
Bowl sport.
It's dire. I get to the second part of the show, and I would rather watch Garden's Time.
Oh dear.
Right, let's pick number 1 for the last time ever. Who is going to pick the... well, it's not the last time. It may come back in some guise of some sort, unless we come up with a better idea. Picking the number 1 is... No, it's not Darren. I'm sorry. I'm not having that. I'm going to spin that again. It's not Darren. Damien, have you got a decent number 1?
I hope so. Darren won't like it though.
Okay,
but
that's fine.
I really like it, and this again is another one that doesn't age. I think you'll kind of go with me on this one, Ian. I hope so, anyway. It was made astonishingly in 2003, which I cannot believe because it's held its real stood its time, test of time. It was on a budget of 40 to 45 million. It actually went on to make 248 million. It's got a plethora of stars: Hugh Grant, Liam Neeson, Colin Firth, Laura Linney, Emma Thompson, Alan Rickman, Keira Knightley, Martin McCutcheon, Bill Nighy, and Rowan Atkinson. It's a international co-production between the United Kingdom and the United States, and it's all about intermingled stories about people just living lives, and it's all about love. Actually,
I do quite like Love Actually as a film. I think it's a nice film.
It's something where you watch. The only time you know it's kind of aged is when you see Ant and Dec because they look so young. But there's a real poignant bit it's either at the start or the end. I think it's the start when it said if you ever go into an airport, you never see into an actual airport the departures lounge. You never see hate. You never see, people sort of, being nasty. It's that time where people cry, people hug, people say bye, people say hello. And it starts the film off really, really nicely. Some of the stories are sad. They don't go the way that you want them to go. But the other stories are really, really beautiful. There's one where it's kind of lost in translation. You've got a Spanish kind of house. She's looking after him. I think she's like a maid or something. And the guy falls in love with her. You've got another one where the guy has been married for a number of years. He has an affair. You've got another one where the guy fancies his best friend's wife, but he can't admit it. It's a beautifully made film, and they actually did a kind of a follow-up sort of one comic relief. Very Christmassy. Makes you kind of go, oh, at the church bit with it. All I need is love. You got it, yeah.
It is that formula of a Richard Curtis type film where it's all that it is. And I like intermingling films because they just all tend to overlap and then they'll all come together at the same time and it'll be the end of the film and it's really good. It's not my number one, but I am not going to disagree that Love Actually is a very good Christmas film.
Thank you, Ian. It's a feel good. You sit down with a bit of, which I had one last night actually, really bad. Had a Baileys. What's up with him tonight? Old laughing Sam down there. I tell you, I'm going to knock you out in a minute. I'm sick of your behaviour tonight.
I haven't said nothing yet.
Exactly.
Honestly, you're laughing at me face, man.
So go on then, Darren. What are your thoughts on Love Actually?
Nope.
Why?
What?
It wouldn't make my top 50.
But you'll put the Christmas Chronicles in.
Look, hear me out. For me, a Christmas film has got to be zany. It's got to be wacky. It's got to be off the wall. It's got to be laugh out loud funny. Don't get me wrong. It's a nice, easy watch. But that, for me, is not a Christmas film. That's just a chick flick. It's a...
So are you telling me that A Miracle on 34th Street is not a Christmas film?
It's a Christmas film, but it's not my Christmas film.
Because it wasn't made in the 80s? Is that what it was?
No, it was the Chronicles. But I'm just saying, it's got to be zany. It's got to be bright.
That's not That's not all Christmas films, though, Darren. Then this is why we're dropping this thing. Honestly, do my Edin. It's you.
Right,
it's you, Darren.
Just to say again, right? Love Actually. You've got Scrooged. You've got Polar Express. Maybe not. Christmas. Muppets Christmas Carol is on there. Mickey's Christmas Carol. And this is the man who looks like a giant egg who's just started puberty. Comes out with, well, what about National Lampoons?
Yeah. What's wrong with that? That is a proper...
What was going to be your number one, Dan? Without going into it, just give me the title of what your number one was.
National Lampoon's Christmas
Shut up! Not a chance!
It's my go-to film.
It's about 35 years old.
Get ready with it. Do you know what? I love you dearly, Darren, but you can absolutely go and yourself.
Harsh, that is.
My number one, in case you're interested, was Home Alone.
Now that's a good
number one
Christmas
film. National Lampoons.
Yeah.
Pathetic.
Well,
So-
Home
You know
Alone,
what? Home Alone.
Home
apart
Alone
from
is-
Home Alone 2 is better.
Home Alone 1 is better because it's funnier.
Home
and more
Alone 1 is
slapstick.
better. I am going to agree with Darren on that.
Yeah,
Home Alone
there
1
you
is
go.
definitely better. And did you know, because I did a little bit of research on this, that if that happened in real life, the two burglars who are his arch enemies, they would have died about 10 times each if that was happening in real life because of the stuff that he did to him. Leave you on that happy note. Right, so there we go. That was really successful. Damien, are we going to bother with next week's? Are we going to go out in a bang with another one?
Yeah, we'll go for one more. I think we go with one more.
Okay, if we must. Can we just announce it? Can you get Barbara to hurry up a bit? I'm fed up now. I want to go.
Bear with me 2 seconds. So, Barbara's the producer of our show. She produces the show. That's what Barbara does. She produces the show. And this is the time of the show where we find out what's on next week's show on this show.
She might have to start next year with a new job, to be fair.
Yeah. Okay, so who phoned you? So his name was Wayne Bobbitt. Right. Straight away, Barbara, that doesn't fill me with confidence. And he said, what to you? What has 16 inches and hangs up, you dirty pervert?
What does have 16 inches and hangs up?
Well, you don't get the joke, do you? Because he hung up, didn't he? Because it got cut off, didn't it? If I have to explain a pissing joke, it ain't funny, is it, you prat?
You missed the bleep there.
What's our last ever full show top 5, please, Damien?
Right, next week for the absolute biggest pile of... Yep. I've never wanted something to end as much as this show. Seriously. Right, okay. So next week's top 5. Thank you, Barbara, for that. And I had to explain that. Yeah. Sorry? Get some clothes on, you filth. Honestly, it looks like a little squirrel. It's grey as well. It's not even a red one. And I want to know why there's nuts on there, you filthy. Next week's top 5 is the top 5 Christmas TV shows of all time.
Darren, I'm just going to preface... Oh, for God's sake, honestly. I'm going to preface this. I don't want 100% 80s from you, please. I don't want
No.
Only Fools and Horses Christmas Special 1, Only Fools and Horses Christmas Special 2, Only Fools and Horses Christmas Special 3, and Porridge.
I don't even like porridge, you idiot.
Oh, God.
Don't want it.
And just to announce this as well, we are very sorry, but it will be the last ever top 5 list show because,
Yeah.
quite frankly, this has been less successful than El Dorado.
Right. So basically, what we're going to be doing is these pair are going to be doing more funny stories.
And that is it for the ultimate top 5 Christmas films of all time. Bar humbug to the lot of you. So we had at number 5, The Polar Express. Number 4, Scrooge. Number 3, The Holiday. Number 2, The Christmas Chronicles. And at number 1, Love Actually. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you, Darren.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Damien.
Yeah, do you know what? We've had some good news this week. It is absolutely fantastic that the vaccine is here. It's been approved. Can I just say again, the first country in the world. If that doesn't make you proud to be British, I don't know what does. But that is an amazing, amazing thing. Don't think we're going to come out of this till sort of a late summer of next year. So at the moment, still wear your masks. Still keep your social distance. Let's get through this. Let's have a nice Christmas. And be kind to each other as well.
Thank you. We'll be back again on Monday for the 3 Men and a Microphone As Yet Unnamed podcast. Please subscribe. It'll be really much appreciated. Thanks so much for listening. We will see you again very soon. Bye for now. Yes, Damien, have you got one more thing?
Merry Christmas, Ian.
Merry Christmas, Damien. Merry Christmas, Darren.
Thank you.
You meant to say Merry Christmas, you idiot!
That's
I've had enough, honestly.
Cut him off,
I'm going to drive to
seriously.
Stoke-on-Trent and smack you in the face.
Never known anything like it. What's
This
he bring to this
is
show?
the As Yet Unnamed Podcast with Ian Barstow, Damien Lee, and Darren Antrobus.
That's the last but one time we ever have to do that. Right.
So what is going to be in place? Just a load of stuff. Oh, another bloody story.
It's going to be like your radio show that you've done for the last 15 years, Darren. People will come
I'm
off.
still on air.
People will come off this thinking we hate each other. We don't, honestly. It's all for the show. It's all for the character. Is it not, Damien?
All for the character.
Yes, all for the character. Right. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope you found it a lot of fun, and I hope you will join us on Friday evening, 8:30, Facebook Live, YouTube Live. We will be here with our as yet unnamed podcast Christmas quiz show special with special guest quiz mistress Tina Biscuits. It's going to be funny. She's very good. Very funny, very cutting. I've told her to go after Darren a lot throughout the whole of the show.
She's probably watched tonight's episode and made notes.
I
maybe.
hope so. I really do hope so. So, yeah, grab yourself a pen and paper. Join along with the quiz. It's going to be a proper pub quiz type show. We're going to have different rounds. We're going to have quiz show. We're going to have music rounds. We're going to have film rounds, general knowledge, proper quiz show, proper pub quiz night. So grab a drink, grab some snacks, grab a pen and paper, and join us on Friday from 8:30 for the Christmas show special.
How long's it on for?
About an hour and a half.
Right. Yeah.
An hour and a half.
Damien, get back from work, have a couple of glasses of rosé. It will fly by, and it will be a lot of fun.
Is it on YouTube Live as well?
It will be YouTube Live. It'll be on all the normal platforms we are on. So
and is it under our banner or under her banner?
no, it's under our banner. We're recording our show for the Christmas week special, Damien. It's the As Yet Unnamed Podcast Christmas quiz special.
Right.
I need to let the wife know that I won't be sitting watching, telling, ignoring each other.
I was going to say, you're not going to go out anywhere, are you? Tier 3.
Yeah, whatever with your tier 2.
Aren't you tier 3 down there as well?
No,
Absolutely not. We're tier.
but it's Studley. Studley's tier 3, though, isn't it? So Redditch is tier 2. Studley is tier 3.
I don't know what you're on about.
When I lived in Redditch, it was all felt like tier 3 to me. Dodgy place.
Do you know what I mean? Working with you for 52 weeks has given me tears. You prat.
Anyway, thank you so much for watching the As Yet Unnamed podcast. Thank you to everyone that has been watching and leaving us messages. It is much appreciated. We will see you again on Friday evening, 8:30. Don't miss it. It is going to be a lot of fun. Have a good week. We will see you then. Have you got one more thing there, Damien?
I just want to know where Dunk is. If anyone knows where Dunk is, seriously.
He apparently he is there, but I don't know if he's leaving messages. Anyway.
Just bear with me.
I don't believe it.
That is just rude, beyond rude. Thank you very much for listening. We will see you again on Friday evening with the quiz show special. Don't miss out. Bye for now.